Well, let's get some analysis now with Toby Vogel. He's a political analyst and senior associate at the Democratization Policy Council. Thank you so much for joining us, Toby. Can I start by asking you about Ukrainian President Zelensky's impassioned plea to the European Parliament? He's basically urged lawmakers to fast-track Ukraine's membership into the European Union. It seemed that his comments were received quite warmly. Many gave him a standing ovation after he appeared via video link. What do you make of Ukraine's wish to join the EU? Should it be expedited?
Well, there's a practical problem with that, which is that there is no such thing as a fast track to membership. It simply does not exist in that form. Doing so would require treaty change, which means 27 member states would have to agree to it. This is an important political signal from the Ukrainian people, from the Ukrainian president, to the European Union. And what is important about this is also the, as you said, very warm reception this has gotten here in the European Parliament today in Brussels. This is not obvious. This is a fairly new development. I think the Russian aggression has really focused minds of European lawmakers, but also, heads of states, prime ministers, on the situation. And as we heard before, this is really bigger than Ukraine also. It is very much about Ukraine, but it is also about the European security architecture. It is about what the European Union wants to stand for and about its own future.
Yes, and we know that the European Union has imposed sanctions on Russia in response to their aggression against Ukraine. Some of those sanctions include penalties against Putin and members of his inner circle, as well as banning some Russian banks from the SWIFT international banking payments system. What do you make of the EU's response so far? Is it enough, and is it united?
It depends how you're going to, what your metric is for deciding whether it's enough. It is obviously too early to tell. But if you're hoping that this will stop the Russian advance on Kiev, that's obviously not going to happen. At least I don't think it will. Now, the important thing here is that this will cripple the Russian economy. These are sweeping sanctions of a severity that we really have not seen from the European Union. And that is a very surprisingly strong signal, because remember, again, all 27 heads of government or state had to agree to this on Sunday night, and they did. That was not the foregone conclusion. I have often regularly criticized the European Union for its hesitant foreign policy. I think what we're seeing now is a far, far more muscular response. And I think that is commensurate to the threats that we're facing, we meaning Europe, not just the European Union, not just Ukraine, but all of Europe.